You think when Jesus Christ started the world, or God started the world, he said, look, the best looking ones are going to be in the year 2020 at their peak of their sexual prowess.
No. What? No. For the sake of this.
I think that's true.
Sure.
So you're still really hot.
Thanks.
The mic, asshole.
Welcome into the Really Randumb podcast. I'm Colton Pettyjohn. That's Drew Bolden.
Howdy.
Oh, baby. Howdy, man.
Oh, howdy, sir, you know?
Dude.
Hey.
When
are we going to stop being so forward-thinking with poverty, you know?
I did not know that's where this is going.
I was going to go with, like, fashion, but clearly.
So, you know what's interesting?
Your hat's backwards today, by the way.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Snapbacks and tattoos.
Yeah.
So,
shit.
You know, this outfit is everything that my ex-wife wanted me to be. A real country man. I'm not. So I'm just pretending to be.
I thought you weren't going to say the "re" at the end of that word.
Country man. Country. Okay, I got you where you're going. I was like, I don't know where you're.
Oh.
So
see you next Tuesday.
Oh, no. Let's not do that. So,
okay.
Straight out the gate, let's just start off by saying, Mom, Gwenevin, anyone else that is above the age of 50 and has the same Facebook as each other.
Nice.
Do you want to get into that already? Straight out the jump?
You know what? So basically, straight off the jet, hotter than Gillette. That I could not have said that any more honky tonk. You know,
straight out jet,
hotter than Gillette. Isn't it sharper than Gillette?
Yeah, sharper.
Whatever. You know what? Okay, so Colton, I don't know if you've heard of this website called Facebook, right?
Yes.
So clearly you've heard of this website called Facebook, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you know this. You and I have a Facebook page.
We do.
Most of you watching have a Facebook page because we post our videos and our episodes on our Really Randumb Facebook page. Facebook.com/reallyrandomb.
Yeah, go like that. Yeah.
Or ticket, right?
Yeah.
Mask on or casket. Mask it.
Masket or casket. Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
I made that up.
Death.
So, death.
That's fun.
If you don't wear your mask while driving. Okay, so you know the people you may know, correct? On the Facebook page, you're scrolling down. You got your phone in your hand and your other hand down your pants, right?
Okay.
Looking for pictures to look at.
But
this is what I do when I go on Facebook. And you see people that are over the age of 50. Right?
Yeah.
So most of our friends are in our age group,
in
the late 20s, or some of us early 30s.
Old. I mean, early 30s.
I mean,
like
literally
right
the earliest 30s. So, all of us kind of have big personalities, right?
Sure.
And we all like to post pictures of ourselves, maybe post pictures of us in a really cool outfit, like this one of me, and this one of me. Which is
hot.
Actually...
That one's really hot right there.
Honestly,
the one that I'm looking at right now. Right here.
Oh, I was like, is it over there?
No, I'm right here.
And then the one of Colton. Ooh, even sexier. Right? So all of our profile pictures is a different one every time. So I don't know, I have like 50 and all of them are different, right? But if you go to someone who's...
And they're all of yourself, correct?
They're mostly are all of me, yeah. If it's not me or if it's a group pic or with a girl to prove that I actually enjoy girls. This outfit is not doing me any favors, the jorts. We can talk about the outfit later. But anyway, so you go through my profile pictures and it's mostly of me or me with Colton or me with Greg or whoever, right? Mm-hmm. And then you go to maybe a 50-year-old woman or a 50-year-old man. Actually, 40-year-old men don't really know how to do it either. But you go through their profile pictures. You can get about 10 pictures in, and it is the same selfie over and over and over and over. Oh, one has a Black Lives Matter sticker, but it's the same.
Like underneath?
It's like repost for if your son is in the army, right?
Yeah.
And then, but it's still the same selfie, and it's always them with two hands looking down at it like this.
Sitting on the couch,
Mm-hmm.
normally.
Either sitting on the couch, because that was the first photo they took when they set up their Facebook account 10 years ago. And all 12 of their pictures are that same exact
I know,
selfie.
that's so weird.
How many dudes over the age of 50 have different selfies? Unless you're technologically sound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You got it right.
And same with the women. They either have... Actually, no. Theirs is a little bit different. But it's either of their children, their grandchildren, or it's of them heavily...
makeup
either
the car.
Yep, in the car.
Why are there so many selfies of women in cars?
They're all...
I don't understand that.
Because camera phones only work when you're in the car.
Yes.
100% for women. It's makeup... It's
and you can tell they're all parked, so I'm glad they're not driving and selfieing at the same time. But
hey, you never know. But if you look behind them, it's like whoosh. The background is whoosh because they're going 90 down the highway. Women can do that though. Put on makeup while they're driving, take selfies when they're driving, and then crash.
Text, tweet while driving.
Tweetles. I haven't tweeted in a minute.
So yeah.
What do you think about that? When's the last time you delved?
Yeah, so for sure, like when you go through someone's, when someone tries to add me on Facebook,
right,
and I don't know who they are, the first thing I do is I look at who our friends in common are,
right,
and then maybe I'm like, well, this first picture I don't really recognize this person. Maybe I knew them back like 5-10 years ago, and I don't recognize them. Older, blah blah blah. And so I'll go through and I'll look at the pictures, and when it's the same picture over and over again,
over and over.
Have you ever gotten the ones where you can tell that they just got a new laptop and they were trying to figure out how the laptop camera works, and so they're just sitting there like this?
Dude, yeah, it's 14 pictures. I'll restart that in a second. 14 pictures, but with the different filters that you get in iMovie or
It's just taking the same picture over and over again.
But it's all like either from the side, or they're like, ee, or they just, yeah, dude, I was going through Facebook and I saw 4 middle-aged human beings. All of them fit that MO.
And most of the older guys that take those pictures, they all look like they're concentrating so hard because taking a selfie is really difficult
for them.
And so they're like this, and they're like furrowed brow. They're like, so they're not smiling, and they're like, that works.
Yeah, that's fine.
That. Yeah. So along the same lines of that, have you ever noticed that a lot of times your mom doesn't really post on Facebook,
but a lot of people, Gwen Lindemann.
No, but a lot of people that are around that age, have you noticed that they post the same kinds of memes? Like the stuff that my dad and like Sarah's mom posts, it's nothing like people our age would post.
No, 100%.
and they're so like it's like
know.
Roll my eyes like,
yeah.
Oh.
I definitely have seen Cecil post those.
Yeah.
And I, turned them off, but we're still friends. But
turn on the notification.
When Facebook released the thing where you could unfollow people but not unfriend them, it was probably the best one. And getting rid of poking. Remember poking?
Yeah,
dude,
that was weird.
Yeah, so
I had guys poke me all the time in
college.
Don't
call me out for
I
that.
Experimented a lot. No.
Wait, but what about? Did you get poked in real life or on Facebook?
I don't think we should talk about that, but
hey, you had to pay tuition somehow.
Yeah. So,
oops.
I wanted to slip into.
Hey.
I was running earlier today, and
was that why do you always say it like I was running?
No, I wasn't saying it like that, but I was. So I was running earlier today, and I was listening to a podcast, and it started getting me to think about things. And the more I was thinking about it, the more I questioned, am I high right now? Do you ever have those thoughts where as soon as you're done thinking about it, you're like, that's only something that like someone that's super high. And I don't
high
smoke
as a bitch right now.
I don't smoke. I don't well, I do drink, but I don't smoke. But some of these thoughts are like very. So I wanted to start off by saying, I think we really need to give a shout out to
America.
No.
Oh.
I think we need to give a shout out to all the very specific odd jobs that people have that are no longer really relevant anymore. Like,
like what?
Like, no one really gives any appreciation for like the Bunsen burner repairman, right? or like
is that even a job?
Or like the deep well cleaners. The wells where you stick the buckets down and you
pull the lady from the ring out?
Yeah, so you've got to clean it somehow because it's going to get all mossy and gross, so someone's got to go down there and clean it.
Mm-hmm.
And along the same lines, I feel like we don't give enough respect to kite salesmen. Because
hold on.
I feel
Is this a Pirates of the Caribbean thing?
No, it's not a joke at all, but I feel
okay.
like these very specific jobs, they're niche jobs, and like shoe shine, like a shoe shiner.
Oh yeah, okay.
All these very specific jobs that I don't know how they stay in business.
Okay, yeah.
So I was thinking along the same lines, and I started thinking of kite salesmen, and I was thinking that. So that with all this COVID going on, this isn't a joke. There's no joke. There's no punchline.
I'm waiting
I promise.
for it. Okay.
No, but with this, I'm just serious. That's why I was like, dude, am I high? But then I started thinking, I was like,
oh, you're saying this is what you were thinking about when you were quote unquote not high?
Yeah, but I was running and I was like, this is the weirdest thought ever. But then I started thinking, I was thinking of kite salesmen. Because it must be really tough because no one really flies kites anymore. And so does that guy still have a job? Does he still make kites? Does he still try to sell them? Mm-hmm. And now I was thinking, okay, so the airline business is really taking a hit, plummeted.
Taking a dive.
Nice. And it's all because of COVID. There's not a lot of people flying. Mm-hmm. Some smaller airlines have gone out of business, which means...
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah. So for the last 6 months, we've really taken the airplanes kind of out of the sky. And so I feel like the birds have kind of reclaimed the sky as their territory.
Oh, I don't like that.
You see more birds in the sky now than you do airplanes. Like you never see airplanes anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I feel like they have staked the claim of the sky like it's theirs. Mm-hmm. And I feel like we need to support our kite salesmen. Get out there, buy a kite, maybe build a kite, and take back the air. Take back the sky.
Yeah.
Let's reclaim it as ours.
It is ours.
Screw the birds.
The birds.
We are coming for you. We're taking back the sky.
Yep.
By our kite
selves.
birds. Because kites are kind of like manufactured birds that we hold on to.
Yeah. You know what? I would really like a kite that you put on your arms. Maybe you would call them wings. And I want to get up there.
That'd be awesome.
Now, I know what you're thinking, Colton. Well, they don't have wings strong enough for your fat ass.
No, I don't.
Oh.
I think we should get you wings. And I think we should start you on top of the roof, jump off, we'll record it, and see how it goes. But I
thought for sure you were going to be like, yeah, and because you kept hitting kite salesman. I was like, there's got to be a Pirates of the Caribbean joke coming. And I'm a little upset that there wasn't.
I just think we need to go out there and walk the dogs of the sky, which is the kites.
Ah.
And
wow.
I really think we've gotten away from our true selves by not flying kites anymore.
Dude, how many times have you flown a kite in your life?
It's been a couple times.
But one that was memorable, you're like, man, that was super fun to fly a kite.
Yeah, I don't know. We would go and we would buy the plastic ones from the store, and they would be like, my sister would get like a princess one, and I would get
you got that one.
I would get like a princess one as well, and my brother would also get a princess one. We all matched.
But the princesses all had a bunch of hair because Hunter, I know I'm a hairy fella. He's a hairy fella.
Oh yeah, very much so.
I used to kite up my skirt and fly one.
Does
that work?
Was that?
I don't know. I was trying to do a pun because you didn't. I thought for sure you were going to come in with like, you know what? I would love to fly one day or kite.
That's not. No,
I didn't say it was good. I just thought you were going to go with a pun.
I feel like Amazon has really put a lot of people out of business, and I think people like kite salesmen, and I feel like
Isn't it salesmen?
You know, when you're a Bunsen burner repair guy,
now
how many Bunsen burners are needing to be repaired? Probably not a bunch.
Well, the only time I've ever used a Bunsen burner, now correct me if I'm wrong, was in high school in chemistry when we heated up a petri dish.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can imagine someone with they're like, I didn't get to heat it up, and they just like turn on the Bunsen burner. They're fucking like,
all right, cinnamon roll. I want that this morning.
Oh yes,
that sounds really good.
Delicious, actually.
By the way, how do you think you would get in contact with a Bunsen burner repair man? You think it'd be like by fax or by like telegraph?
I think maybe Google and a telephone would be the easiest way.
No.
A landline.
You think the guy who repairs Bunsen burners has a telephone or the internet for Google?
Have you ever met a Bunsen burner repairman? That is very far out of left field of a job, by the way.
Yeah.
But what were you doing?
I felt like I was high when I was thinking about this stuff. I was like, Bunsen burner. What am I thinking of?
I don't know. Clearly, you have a new career path that you need to explore.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I feel like
let's not do this anymore.
I feel like what high schools do is anytime a Bunsen burner doesn't work, they just throw it away. Why throw it away when you can pay a guy to come out and repair it?
Exactly. So pay a guy like Colton Pettyjohn. Hey, are you
I
okay?
went way too far. I'm a little lightheaded now.
Are you high now?
I don't know. I think so.
I'm a little. You just said didn't you just say you wanted to snack a little bit earlier ago?
Yeah.
You're like,
but that's just because I'm fat. Wait, never mind.
Never mind. That's you, Drew. Man, dude, I'm feeling balding today.
Oh. All right, I get you. So last night we had, by the way, we've had, for the past couple of months, not past couple of months, but for the last couple of weekends, we've had some pretty good weekends. Now that we've gotten over COVID, we've been able to do some things, and we've been smart. We've been, anytime we're out and about, we wear our masks. We've been really good about being smart, because that honestly, so we got it super easy, but I have a friend who is currently in the hospital right now with COVID, and it's been really, really tough on him. And so seeing that, it kind of gives you more of a, for me, it gives me more of a appreciation of, wow, we really got lucky and we got a super mild case of it.
Because neither of us went to the hospital.
No,
Sarah didn't go. I don't know if any of my friends who had it. I don't think Justin went. I don't think Lindsay went. I think we all were good. I mean, we got tested, but it's not really going to the hospital to be in the hospital. So
even though we were over it, at least for me, I've taken it a lot more serious. I've taken all the proper precautions. Anytime I'm out in public, I'm staying 6 feet away. I'm wearing my mask. But we have, over the past couple of weekends, we've had a couple of friends over, and we're being smart about it as well. But last night, we had some friends over.
Yes.
And man, I tell you what, it was.
I tell you what.
It was so much fun. Great. So we had our buddy Taylor and his beautiful, lovely wife Geraldine.
She's taken, man. Enough.
I'm sorry,
but man, is she hot? Jer, call me for. No, she's awesome. Taylor, you're awesome. Greg was over, of course, because he lives here. Kristen was over, and it was.
Yeah, Sarah was over. It was a grand old time.
Grand old time. And so what did we do there, Colton?
Well, we did a little bit of everything, and so I really we have kind of turned our back porch area into, our outside, what's it called? Backyard. Oh, wow.
Wow.
I am
balding.
We've really turned it into kind of a, a game, like a fun game zone. Like we already have
So come on over, kids.
We already have our beer fridge out there, which is strictly beer or seltzers.
Coolants? Sorry, I'm thinking about fixing Bunsen burners. So
okay.
I'm sure you put coolant in
and
them.
then, so we hung up a dartboard, which I really, really enjoy.
Yes.
Thanks, Greg, for hanging it up. Thanks, Sarah, for she made the backboard so we don't throw all of our which we miss a lot, into the
speak
brick.
for your damn self.
Yeah, I miss a lot, and so does he.
Dude, what, you threw it? Or no, I threw it once so hard because I'm so strong, and it sparked.
Yeah.
I threw it, and
it
sparked the brick. And I guess you said people for your surprise party that happened. Oh, we haven't talked about that yet because it was. Excuse me. We recorded before the party. Oh my gosh, guys! Holy shit! Colton, again. You guys know it was his birthday. So happy birthday to Colton. And yeah, so we hung that up, and we had a good time outside, and we were throwing sacks.
Yeah. So we have cornhole out there, and we had inside, we had a little area where for my surprise party, we had an area with beer pong. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And thanks for everyone that showed up to my surprise party. That was awesome.
And
that was so much fun.
I did not give you a gift.
Oh, it's okay. I don't need a gift. The gift was
actually, I did get you a gift.
Everyone here. Yeah, you did. You got me that ring doorbell camera.
Okay, that's how you know someone really well, clearly because you kept going, I really want one of them Ring doorbells.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And then you had your stomach out and you were chugging a 20-pack all by yourself.
And I had a dip in.
Yep, and then
peach,
you were beating women. I don't know what else do redneck do.
Oh gosh, don't just lump them all. So we last weekend surprise party. Thanks for Sarah and Drew putting that together. It was amazing, great weekend. And then this weekend, I was like, hey, we'll just lay low. Let's not do much of anything. And then Drew was like, hey, we should. I've already talked to Taylor and Jared about coming over. Let's have them over. I was like, heck yeah. So they came over. That's the one great thing about having a house. And we can't really go anyway. Like, we can't go anywhere with COVID right now. Like, we can't go to the bars or anything. So, having a house, having our own house, we get to have people over if they want to come over, and we just get to chill. And I like the fact that we don't have to worry about driving or going anywhere. We can just have everyone over here.
Let's have one day where we invite all of our friends over that watch the podcast.
Okay.
And we'll set it all up in the living room. And while we're recording, they can either add comments or whatever. I know it's not a good idea. It's probably not a good idea. So basically, everything I just said, forget it.
But so last night we
I just would like
everyone
the
came
live
over.
laughing.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Well, I don't think anyone's gonna laugh ever. Have you watched someone watch our podcast?
Of course.
And they laugh?
That's when I force them to end it. Have you seen that?
They're like, so good.
And I'm holding a gun to their head because I'm definitely packing. Oh, dude, that's fucking crazy, dude. No, have you seen that torture device where they hold your eyelids open?
Oh,
and
yeah.
I mean, not that I have them. I don't make them. Is that illegal?
Closet.
In my closet? I hang out in my closet.
Come out.
Anyway.
Knock.
Wherever you are. Okay, keep going.
So, had friends over. It was a lot of fun. We so a lot of times we'll play cornhole outside in our backyard, but we also will when the lights go down low, which is another word for it being nighttime.
Ready?
Baby, lock the door and beat them light down low.
What are you saying?
I think you understand. I've been there. Okay, let's stop.
Dude, there are so many women out there who are like, oh my God, take off the vest.
I'm gonna bust. Oh, no one's gonna think that's funny. Let's
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Can we play that clip?
Yes.
Can you let's just pause for 2 seconds.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
That's so funny, right? So anyway, sorry.
That's how I imagine people laughing when they watch our episode.
Yeah. Well, I was like, yeah. So last night we brought in the cornhole inside. We played inside for a little while, and then we played. Yeah, and it's so much fun. That's what's great is I feel like we're still kids, but we have we have a house like an adult. So, like adults, and so we
like
can
one adult,
like one. We're combined one. That's probably true. Put us both together.
Yeah,
and
you're probably like 95% of the adult already, and I bring up 5.
And then so then after we got done playing that, you played. You have the Heads Up 7-Up, not 7-Up.
Well, we can talk about that too because we talked about that a little bit. But yeah, you guys know the game that Ellen made up. It's called Head Up or Heads Up or something.
By the way, Ellen, yikes. Everyone's getting in trouble.
Yeah, dude,
these
she's
days.
a lesbian.
No, have you not heard? Like she's gotten in trouble.
What?
Yeah,
For
they're
what?
trying to cancel her.
Was she being like a bitch or something?
Yeah, well, I don't know exactly what all has happened, but like some of her employees have talked about stuff.
Whistleblowing?
There's a chance she could get canceled. Dude, everyone's getting canceled. It's insane.
Thank God we're
Ellen was
nobody.
like, I thought Ellen was like supposed to be one of like the nicest people ever, and she's getting canceled.
Good.
If she's getting canceled, there's no way that we stand a chance if we ever got
clearly
canceled.
we are, in line with her celebrity and economical attributions, right? So here's the thing, guys.
Wow.
Don't cancel us. None of those words were real. And go f*** yourselves.
Okay. So we were playing that game, and what's great about that game is it records. Yeah, it records you, and so man, it was a whole lot of fun.
Maybe we can show some clips. I don't know if they'll be funny to you guys, but damn it, they were funny to us.
Yeah. And I don't know, like moments last night makes you just really, really appreciate like the friends we have. And like I feel really, and I'm like all sentimentally, like I feel like so fortunate to have people that I love so much and I love to spend time with. And I mean, we really didn't do a whole lot of. It
includes me.
You were here. No, but like we didn't really do a whole lot.
Yeah.
We didn't have anything scheduled or planned. We all just kind of sat around and hung out and had a good time. We played that game, and then we got into this game.
Literally the best game ever invented. So whoever is the inventor, it was on Kickstarter. If you haven't heard of it,
incredible.
Yes, if you hadn't heard of it, it's amazing. But I want to go back to what you said before we talk about that game, right? So whenever you said we didn't do a whole lot, right?
Yeah.
So I get that if you invite people over, if you want to hang out with someone, that you want to go do something, or you want to like go get dinner, or go get drinks, or go and do an activity, right?
Yeah.
And I don't mean sex, Colton. Get over yourself. I know you have it all the time.
With who? No.
Or is it this
all
one?
Right.
Anyway, yeah, so
God.
look, a lot of times really precious memories and good times are had just hanging out, couple drinks, right? A meal at the house, whatever. We ordered pizza. Greg ordered like $80 worth of pizza on my card. Again, thanks, Greg. I don't know, dude. There's something to say about just hanging out with friends, no screens, right?
Yeah.
No social media, whatever. I mean, we technically had the screen, but there's nothing better than just hanging out with your homies, watching a movie, watching a TV show, playing board games, playing games like that. It was a good time.
It was a great time, and maybe that's
so we're doing nothing is like
and we're more of like homebodies anyways. Like we're not crazy about. Every once in a while, when the world was alive,
I don't want to be in this house anymore.
Well,
I was like, I'm good. I got video games to play.
Yeah, but so we used to talk mess to some of our friends that would always want us to come over to their house. Yeah. Like Kyle and Dylan, they were like, hey, I don't want to really do it. Just come over to my place. And now I'm like the same thing. I'm like, yeah, just come over here.
We never see them anymore. So we are at a constant like, look, we have drinks, we have food.
Like, we have drinks and we have food. I'm like, no, but we're better. Because we're funnier.
And also we don't have to drive over there. And they're like, yeah, but then we wouldn't have to drive over there. And then we're like, well, looks like this phone call was all we had. So it was great being friends. I'll see you later.
See you later.
Now, half of those people have a kid. So
yeah,
we'll never see them now.
Yeah, which is great. By the way, man, I know that I'm not going to have a kid anytime soon. Don't. You're taking that out, aren't you?
Absolutely, I'm taking it out. But I just wanted that reaction. Look, if I don't get at least one per episode, I'm not doing my due diligence. All right. Here, can you take it? We have like 29. You got it?
Get the hell out of here.
Yep. See you guys.
All right. Now, the high times of Ridgemont High is time for the Ridgemont Fly. what? I don't even know what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, have you ever seen an armadillo on the side of the road and thought, there's no way that armadillo thought it was a great idea to walk across the road? I think any armadillo you see that's been killed, someone has pushed it out in front of a truck. Do you think they just openly want to walk out and die? Are they all suicidal?
I mean,
I think they're placed there. I think the government places armadillos in the road to.
Hey,
I'm done.
Kite sales.
I'm not talking anymore.
Was that just to tie over me coming back?
Yeah, I'm
got
just
it.
talking about.
Honestly, though, you know what? I want to talk more about that. Okay, I think armadillos are placed in the road, in the middle of the road, by the government. Have you ever seen an armadillo willingly run out into the road?
I don't think so.
Well, also squirrels. Where
are
are they? Other than being dead in the road and almost being hit.
Do they come from the sky?
No.
Are they aliens?
Yes.
Could be.
Could be.
Furry tails?
Furry tails?
Veggie tails.
Veggie tails. Furry tails, furry bush. Bushes.
So, what are armadillos? Are they just like the Texas version of a turtle? What are? Is it a blend between a rat and a turtle?
A rurtle. A rural. A rural.
No, but seriously, what are they?
I don't know.
Are they rodents? They're rodents.
But
they have
annoying.
shells.
Yeah. Oh, they are turtles then.
They're turtles that like a turtle f***ed a rat.
Way. Okay, so
can you put someone's face on me?
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
So also a new thing.
So hold on.
Here, get a couple more in.
Susie Q.
She's hot.
Is that a bad word?
I think
lemon drop.
I'm
not really good at this whole cussing thing.
You just said. So if you don't notice, every time we cuss now, I put someone's face over our curse words, and I just want to say thank you to the people who sent me selfies. You're beautiful, and I think this.
Send more.
I think yes, please. You don't have to wear clothing. It's fine.
If it's a face, a selfie, then
no. I just mean in general. If you want to send me a picture of you without clothing, I'm just going to use it for personal uses.
I thought you meant like you don't have to wear a hijab. You can have your face. Is that what it is? That a hijab?
You think I know?
Where the Muslims, the Muslim women wear on their.
Is it just the women? This is because I'm an uncultured little bitch. But is it just women that wear the hijab? I don't. If I'm saying it wrong, we're not. We're just dumb.
I believe so.
Hijab.
Some of them just have it.
What is
wear
Habib?
Khabib. He's a UFC fighter.
What is DJ Khalid then?
That's a fat ass.
Don't you dare.
No, I just said he's a.
He doesn't remind you of anyone?
No.
Okay.
Another one.
Oh God.
Oh. So, anyways, back to. Okay, so we played this game last night, and it's incredible.
Back to what we were talking about earlier.
I'm definitely going to Target right after this to buy this game.
No, you're waiting for Tiffany to get here so you can get her the papers.
Yeah, you're right. But I also need to go to the store. So, Tiffany, hurry up. Get over here.
Thank you. Get pie stuff.
Yes.
Because I need to get cream pied. I'm sorry.
Every time.
I didn't cut it out. I mean, cream pied isn't really a bad word. I'm getting cream pied to the face. I'm getting a cream pie to the face.
Has anyone laughed at that joke yet?
I did.
I know you did. So
I think you know who actually enjoys cream pies, Colton? You're like, none of this is going in.
So we played this game.
Okay, yeah.
We played this game last night called Exploding Kittens.
Yes. If you haven't heard of it, you need to hear of it. We're hearing of it to you right now.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I was probably in the same boat as you if you've never played it. When I saw Taylor and Jer bring it over and I looked at it, I was like, that looks stupid. It looks outrageous. It looks like something that's like there are some of those like card games or board games that are like too much.
Yeah.
Like over the top, and it's like, okay,
well,
so I'm gonna really have to learn all the rules, and I'm gonna have to learn what this does, and and there are quite a bit of rules, but man, this game is a whole lot of fun. Yes. And after the first round, I still was needing Taylor to like, okay, so what does this?
Oh yeah,
do?
yeah.
What
We
does
would,
this do?
yeah, we would be like, Taylor, so can I do this and this? He's like, yeah. But why are you showing me I'm playing?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
But then when he died first, we were like, hey Taylor, I need you as a court of law.
So, but he did a really, really, really good job of explaining how to play that game.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, quite a bit of rules, and it's relatively intricate. And so, if it's not explained well, I think you could get lost, or it could turn into, okay.
Wait, what happened?
This is not. Yeah.
Yeah. And if rules are too in depth, if the rules are too difficult, then people lose interest quickly.
Yeah. So we played the first
Murder in the
round,
Dark.
and man, we like my heart was racing. Like as soon as we got into it, and so the point is, you draw from this deck, and you're not supposed to get. You don't want an exploding kitten card,
right? And if you draw an exploding kitten card, you immediately plays it down, and you're out. Unless you have a card called the diffuser, which diffuses a bomb, then you can blah blah blah.
Yeah,
but yeah, just look up the rules. But basically,
I was about to say we don't have to go into everything, but it's a whole lot of fun. You can play
strategy.
Yeah,
there's intrigue,
a bunch of different cards.
Yep, and you hate the person next to you if they give you an attack card or if they play one.
Yeah, man, I love the games that get you pissed off at someone in a joking, fun way, because like, so
yes,
with other games, like for me, and I know we've talked about this before,
every single game,
but like cornhole and stuff like that, I get pissed off just because I'm competitive. But that's more of like a if it's an athletic game, I don't like losing at stuff like that. But if it's like a card game, I think it's just like fun. And it's like, oh, you got me or whatever. And it's so much fun. Like, so one of the things I was going to talk about, segue into a different subject, but I was going to talk about the fact that I love when an athlete like Nick Young, you remember that meme where he shoots up a three and he turns around and he does this and he misses.
Yeah, he's like this.
Yeah, and he's like, he thinks he was so cocky, he shot it and he was like, I got it, baby.
Yeah.
And it didn't go in. He's like, oh, I love it.
It shows him shoot it, and the camera angle that it shows is him turning around and him going like this, so he doesn't see that he misses, and then he hears the audience go, oh, and he's like no,
oh,
man.
Yeah. So I love it when, and that's one of the things that I love about UFC is there are a lot of alpha male cocky sons of guns, and they go in there and they think they got it going. Anderson Silva used to do it a bunch. He would go in there and on one of his fights he was like doing a shimmy, like, oh, and he just got popped.
Oh, what a
and
bitch.
Dropped to the ground. And I think it was one of the first times he was like,
Jesus,
not undefeated, but he had won so many fights in a row, and he was super cocky. And then all of a sudden,
did he lose? Did he lose from that?
Oh yeah.
So like, I understand if you're the best, and was he like 25-0 or something? Was he like undefeated?
he was not. I don't think he was undefeated, but he had won like a ton of fights, and he was at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was the pinnacle of his game.
Yeah, and I get it. And they say like, it's kind of like if you play a video game on rookie or like really easy, and you're winning like 70-0, and you're like, this isn't even fun. I'm just winning so much. But like in a professional I'm talking about around on a couch and playing Madden or whatever on easy. But like when you're a professional fighter and you are a cocky bastard and you're doing a shimmy, I'm so glad you got your shit rocked.
Yeah.
I could fight Anderson Silva and win.
I don't think so. He's like 40 and he still whoop your ass.
Anderson Silva, look, this is a challenge to you. My name is Drew Bolden.
I would do
of
this.
the Really Randumb podcast.
For views, I would let you get your ass kicked.
Thank you. That's so nice. Look, listen, I know you're probably in his 50s and has the same profile picture on his Facebook, but hey, listen, I'll teach you how to do Facebook.
Right after a fight, he's like,
yeah, I'll teach you with my blood on his fists.
Just want another one.
Another one.
But so I love it when people think that they've it's kind of the same thing as like someone goes to hit a home run and it doesn't like it bounces and the guy's like cocky and running around second or first, and then he realizes, oh crap, it didn't go over, and then the center fielder throws him out at second, something like that. So not the same, but kind of the same. Last night we were playing, and
Oh, please don't be me.
No, it
Okay.
was.
I don't celebrate early until I know I win, and then I'm like, you all suck, and I'm better than you.
Our dear friend Greg, rest in peace, Greg.
Sorry, Greb.
So we were playing. There's a card called Attack, and if you play the attack card, the next player has to draw twice,
or take 2 turns,
or
right?
take 2.
Do 2 things that'll make you have a turn.
Yeah, and anytime you draw, there's a high risk of pulling the exploding
boy.
kitten.
Yeah.
And so there were 2 attacks played back to back, and
so I play. Well, actually, it was Taylor played an attack card.
Yeah,
and then you, as the next person, you can play an attack card, and it stacks to the next person. So it was Taylor, Colton, me, and then Greg, right? So Taylor played the first attack card.
Yeah.
And then you were like, oh, man. And then you played an attack card. And I, in my hand, had an attack card. And I was being a bitch. And I was like, oh, no, an attack card. You knew exactly. Like, I was acting like that on purpose. I was like, oh, no, an attack card. Guys, it looks like I'm going to have 4 turns. And then I played another attack card. So that stacked 6 turns. Greg had to draw from the deck, right? And there was one card he thought he could play.
it's the skip.
And it's the skip. There's a skip card where you basically play the skip card and you don't have to draw at all, right? But that only
skips to the next person.
Yeah, it skips to the next person. That takes up 1 turn. So Greg, forgetting that rule, plays the skip card and he's like, oh, thank God. And then Taylor, who taught us the game, he was like, all right, Greg, now you have 5 more turns. And he looks at the cards and goes,
and we knew
it was color came out of his face so fast.
Yeah, and it was one of those things. So there are times where
I hijacked your story. I'm sorry.
No. But there are times where an exploding kitten's coming up next because people can. If you get an exploding kitten and you play the diffuser, you get to put it behind your back or whatever, and you get to put it wherever you want in the deck. So you can put it at the very end, you can put it at the very top, you can put it in the middle. And so everyone was pretty sure that there was an exploding kitten coming up soon.
Coming up next.
And so when he played the skip, he was like, oh, thank God.
Thank God I don't have to draw.
And I'm like, no, you got to draw. And then I think the next one was an exploding kitten. He's like, all right, I'm out.
And he goes, damn it.
I'm done. So, dude, man, it was so much fun. I definitely want to play that game again.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
dude.
but anytime, like if we play with another group, someone else is going to have to explain the rule. I mean, I know the rules now, but I don't want to be the one to explain it.
I feel like I could explain them fairly well. I would just get distracted like I did earlier.
Yeah.
But
I
think you're better at explaining things, but you get pissed off really easily if no one's listening all the time.
Yeah, if everyone's not paying attention. Or if everyone's drunk.
That
probably has a lot to do with it.
You love when people are drunk.
No, it's fine if you're drunk, but if you're drunk, you need to pay attention. It's impossible.
It's like getting children to listen. Remember when you were a teacher and no one listened and they were sober?
Yeah.
Or, well, supposedly. Wait. Did you ever, like, I know this is on the a Genevieve duh, but do you think that a kid in your class was ever, like, high on pills or drunk? Really?
100%.
Did you catch any of them?
Yeah. Well, okay, so
again,
maybe I shouldn't have.
Colton Pettyjohn was a teacher at a high school, and he taught high schoolers.
So
and people who should have been done with high school 3 years before.
Yeah. So I taught a computer class, and there was this one student who, man, dude, he was like 6'6", 6'7".
Jesus.
And you can tell, like, he was relatively popular, and I liked him. We got along, and he wasn't a great worker. He barely skated by with like a 75 or whatever. But
hey,
I mean,
like me.
Hey,
was I in your class?
Just pass, and it's whatever. I don't really care. And I was very relaxed in all my rules, and like, hey, dude, if you just get your work done, I don't care if you have an earbud in and listen to music. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
Just get your stuff done. So one day he came in and he was high out of his mind, and I could tell, like I could see his eyes.
Yeah.
And he was just like, and just the way that he was like,
did he come up to you and go, man, I think I'm gonna sell kites when I get older?
No. I tried to sell him on the idea. I was like, hey, so I'm going in on this business. Do you want to be a partner?
He was like, man, Mr. Pettyjohn, I don't know what you talking about.
But that's a great idea. No, but so he was.
You want to smoke this bowl? Oh.
So I had done a lesson that day, and I was like, hey, this is what we're doing, blah, blah, blah. And I knew, like, I was sitting back at the back of the class, and I was grading stuff, and I was just doing whatever while everyone was working on their assignment, and I looked over several times, and at the beginning of class I could tell I was like, oh no, and then but I didn't I couldn't smell anything on him, and I didn't have any physical proof, so I was like, and I just really, I'm not super interested in trying to get someone in trouble. If I saw that they had something, or if I could smell something, I probably would be like, dude, I'm obligated. I have to do something because I don't want to get in trouble. But
wait, you could not smell him. You could just tell.
I could just tell. And so, and then he was doing nothing that day. I could see his computer, and he wasn't doing anything. He was on some website, or he's watching YouTube videos or whatever.
Nice.
And I was just like,
did he do
whatever.
his work or no? Well,
no, he didn't do his work that day.
Oh boy.
And at the end of class, I was like, hey, so-and-so.
Fella.
Can I see you real quick? The bell had rang. He was about to leave, and I was like, hey, can I see you real quick? And so he came back, and I was like, hey, man, I need you to be smarter than this. And I was like, I'm not going to say anything, and I'm not even going to. I was like, but please don't ever show up like this to my class again.
Yeah. Did he say, I don't know what you're talking about?
No, he just kind of smiled, and he goes, yes, sir. And
dude, honestly, man, that shit right there is why I think that you're a great leader. And I'm not being funny. You sound, it literally sounds like, because you understand he's a kid. He doesn't give a shit about high school, right?
Nobody does. I did some stupid stuff in high school too. So it's I can't really judge a whole lot.
Yeah, but you also didn't go to school high? Question mark? You never went to high school high. You went to high school. But no, but that's what I'm saying is that's the reason why, that's not a reason why you're my friend, but it's a reason why I know 100% you're going to be a good dad, because you do shit like that that's going to be understanding.
Okay.
And
you're going to make me cry. Don't do that.
Well, I didn't mean to, but I'm just saying
I want to be a dad someday, and I want to be a good dad.
You are going to absolutely kill it. And I'm going to ruin your children's lives when they meet me. I just want you to know that. And
you're like, hey, I'm Uncle Drew.
Your dad. Oh, I was going to say like I do to Whiskey when Greg isn't here, and go, your dad hates you. No, but shit like that is that's what we need in teachers is, well, I mean, I'm not, as long as, okay, so he didn't go into school every day high, right? No. Every day he just did
there was only one time where I saw him like that, and I said, come on, man.
Yeah,
exactly. I was like, I'm not without fault when I was in high school, so I get it, and people do, but I was like, you got to be smarter than that.
Yeah,
I was
100%.
If you wanted to do that kind of stuff, I can't tell you not to do it, but I can ask you politely to not come to my class like that.
Right.
I was like,
dude, that's huge though. Think about it. How many adults in your life have influenced you who have been snitches, right? I'm talking about people who will coach you through something. Well, coach, I guess, but coach you through something, teach you through something, and they'll talk to you like a human being and not talk down to you and kick you when you're down and be like, look, I can't wait to ruin your life, because you could have easily gotten him arrested, in school suspension, anything like that. I don't, was he your last period in the class or in school?
No. It was third period.
Oh,
so he must have
oh, he's probably hungry then, huh?
It was second or third period. I was like, dude, did you right before you came to school? And even then, I don't think you would. Maybe you would still be high.
Yeah,
I don't. Well, yeah, you probably would. But
me for sure. I'm sure I'm a lightweight of somehow.
And maybe he probably ate gummies or something.
Oh, the sugary gummies you talked about.
I would never.
Right. Never.
But
never.
So
wow. I just. That seemed interesting to me, so I dug into it.
We
haven't gotten to anything, but I don't know if you have ever had someone who was that influential in your life, and someone who spoke to you like an adult even though you were a kid. Because there are people in my life that I remember to this day when I was growing up who talked to me like a human being, right? And they were understanding, and they had a good heart and shit like that.
Dude, being understanding is the key.
Yeah. Hey, that's why you got that. We probably shouldn't put it on the ground, but that's why you got that trophy.
Well, thank you.
If he did one thing that year, it was vote for you to be the best teacher.
No, that was the next year. That was I was quick, but I will say, back to your point, there are a couple of adults in my life that they gave me a pass. Not really a pass, but they were understand. There was one time where I don't know if I ever talked about it on the podcast before, but me and my buddy had a slingshot, and we were shooting rocks, and we were on the front porch or in his front yard, and we were shooting up, and there was a main street right here, and there was a really nice sports car. It came by, and we shot up, and it hit the top, and you could hear it go.
Oh, Jesus.
And we ran inside. We were so scared.
Yeah.
And so they pulled in, and they knocked on the door, and my buddy's mom answered.
Oh, boy.
And
whose idea was it, yours or his?
I don't know.
It
was probably a mutual thing.
After or before you lit the field on fire?
Way before. Way before. I was 20?
Like
10.
No, yeah.
Or
I've
something
done
like that.
dumb shit like that before.
Yeah. But and I will never forget, I think one of the reasons why I will always remember this is she was talking to him, and we were back in the room going, oh my gosh, we're going to be so drunk. And then she was like, yeah. And you kind of hear her talk, and she came back, and she was like, can you give me the slingshot? And we gave it, and she goes, okay. I'm not going to, and she looked at me, and she goes, I'm not going to tell your parents.
Nice.
I don't want you to get in trouble for this, but let this be a lesson. Mm-hmm. Don't do something like this again.
Yeah.
She was like, I will let it skate this time around, but you got to be smarter than that.
Yeah.
And those things are so much more impactful than, like, I could have, I guess that's kind of where I drew it from, is like, I could have given him a detention. I could have sent him to the office. I could have gotten him maybe expelled or whatever, but I don't know if that would have taught him.
Exactly.
It may have just taught him, okay, I just got to hide it better.
Yeah, and I can't trust, Mr. Pettyjohn.
Yeah, and that's huge. Like, as an adult,
earning a kid's trust as an adult is huge. I can't. That's what it is.
Yeah, and there were a couple kids that would even come to me and tell me about, like, their at-home issues, like the fact that, like, they didn't have a supportive mom or dad, or they were always at work and they never seemed to care. And so I would in turn be like, hey, I'm here to talk to you about anything. And I think when you gain someone's trust, you can be so much more influential on, like, how many times did we have a teacher who just bulldozed their way through everything and would yell at you and didn't listen to you and would just say, get this done, and if you don't get it done, it's a 0. How impactful were those people on your life?
I had one teacher that was such an asshole to me. He ended up being a coach, but, like, I remember, well, I mean, it probably didn't help that I was in 7th grade and I wouldn't shut the hell up in class, but, like, I remember, I'm going to say it, his name was Coach Smith. He f***ing sucked. And dude,
the wrestling coach?
Yes, in football or something. He also looked like
a thumb.
The only reason I remember him is because he sucked so much ass, so bad, and I don't ever remember learning anything from him, but I don't remember anything from then. But
yeah,
I don't remember him ever giving me, like, he was a coach somehow. I guess he was like, hit other player, good, play football, open casino, right? So like stop. I don't know, it sounded Indian to me. But, like, I didn't learn jack shit from him because he never came to me with, like, an open hand and was like, hey, is it open hand? I don't know. But, well, he came to me with a backhand once. He seriously, like, hit me on the back of the head and was like, you need to shut the hell up, or I'm, getting me out of your class, or getting you out of my class. But, like, my junior year English teacher, Mr. Hammond, I forget exactly. So my point is gone because I can't remember what his name was. But it was Mr. Hammonds. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
He was one of the best teachers I have ever had. And when I tell you that my grades were that's me being polite about them sucking ass.
Yeah.
But when I was in his class that year, my grades literally went from, like, CD to B middle. What's B? Just B.
Yeah.
B's and A minuses, because he was such a great teacher. He believed in me. He actually now I know Natalie watches these as well. So there was one group project we had to do at the end of the year, and he picked, out of all of his students, he picked like 8 students to be the ones that were doing a book report, but we had to like act out a character from the book we were all reading. He picked 8 of us from like 150, and it was me and Natalie was one of them, and then like Neil Ellis and Ronnie Torbert for some reason.
Man.
I don't remember the other.
Love that guy.
I don't remember the other 4, but like he pulled me aside one day. He was like, "Hey, I don't know if you know this, but people really look up to you." To me, he said that to me, and I was like, "You, me?" He's like, "Yes, you." Like, he's like, I know you're silly. I know you're funny. People enjoy. And he's like, "I'm not even kidding you when I put," and this is going to make me cry probably because it's like an adult. I don't know if he's trying to get in my pants or whatever, but he pulled me aside and was literally, he just said like, "Hey, I really see a bright future in you. You have a good head on your shoulders. You've got a great smile. What are you doing later?"
You want to grab a drink?
Dude, he was seriously like one of my favorite teachers. And I've heard from other people that he sucked, which is weird. And I wonder if like Coach Smith to other people are like better. Or, I mean, I'm sure if you're a football player who's better, but that brings me, I don't know if you had another point to bring up. So yeah, go for it.
Well, I was just going to say, and it's not just
we got serious.
Yeah,
here.
but it's not just when it comes to adults talking to teenagers or whoever, but in any facet of any facet of life, if you talk to someone with respect, like if you're in an argument with someone, if you talk down to them and are demeaning to them, they're not going to listen.
Yeah.
They're not going to pay attention. They're going to go, okay, I'm turning off.
Yep.
But if you are understanding and say, okay, I see where you're coming from. This is where, if you handle it with mutual respect and understanding, and it's going to go over a billion times better, because
100%.
People are so much more receptive if you are actually listening and understanding. And so that's how it was as a teacher. I mean, just as an adult now in general, like anytime, and sometimes it's hard because when you get pissed off, there are times where I get, if I'm around someone that's younger, like Dade, or even maybe my nephews, if they piss me off, maybe sometimes the first thing I want to do is like, God, don't do that. But I know that it's probably gonna get like, it's gonna make them shy away from wanting to be around you and open up.
Nobody really wants to be around you.
I know.
That's not true.
S-wife. Ask my ex-wife.
No, because it doesn't work.
But yeah, I
everything
just think,
pops on me now. That's what happens when you're 27, 8. Go ahead.
Almost 29.
Almost there.
Coming up. Oh, next weekend, dude. We got to have a special episode for your birthday.
Yeah. In 6 days, I'm going to be however the hell old I'm going to be.
That's going to be exciting. But yeah, I just think it's really in any facet of life, when it comes to just life in general, politics, school, whatever, if you approach things with a more understanding, respectful point of view, you're going to be heard so much more than if you just straight up yell at someone. And I can tell you, like, that's how my parents raised me. There were times where my parents would get on to me and yell at me, but I feel like for the most part, my parents were pretty forgiving and understanding, and I turned out to be an okay kid. I think I did a pretty good job. I think a lot of times people rebel when you try to hold them tight and ground them for everything and yell at them for everything. I think just us as humans, we just listen so much more and pay attention and all that kind of stuff if you just are loving and understanding.
Give them your love, all right? Don't give them trub. Oh, seriously though, like we don't have any time left. But
I like talking about stuff like that.
So,
getting real.
So like we had talked about wanting to do a serious episode, and I think we kind of did a halvesy there. But like, real quick before we pop the top on this one, Clancy, is like a huge reason my father and I don't get along is because he used to. There were exceptions to the rules, as there is for everything, but he is a huge. Let me talk down to why you did it wrong, and even after you say, okay, yeah, I understand, he'll go, and another thing, and another thing, and another thing, and he just kicks you while you're down. So learn from everything you can in life, and put it all together, save you more at the Really Randumb store. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just respect, love one another.
Listen
to our podcast.
Yeah.
YouTube.com/reallyRandumb, Spotify.com/reallyRandumb. I don't know if that's how it works, but yeah. Colton has much better wording than I do all the time. I'm just here, I think, just to be silly and the sex appeal. And,
for sure.
And be out of breath.
100%. Bring the sex appeal.
That was sarcasm.
No. It may be sarcasm on your part, but you are definitely the, that hair gets me going down there.
So remember how you said I said you'd be a good dad? Well, guess what? Here it is.
Oh, no.
His name is Drolton. Ugh.
That sounds like some sort of medieval dragon.
This is the Drolton 5000. And I was thinking like some sort of animatronic. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. That's Cold Teasy. I'm Drew Boldeasy. And we just want to say, have a lovely day. Have a lovely life. If something sucks in your life, let us know. We'll make fun of you for it. You know?
And go support your local kite salesman.
Yeah, kite salesman. Jeez, when's the last time you bought a kite?
You can only fly as high as your kite in the sky with a pie on rye bread. I'm Colton Pettijohn.
What are we doing? And I'm Drew Bones. Ready?